Trying to push forward. Nice. The timing there. Just put it Tsz Ching on the right combination. Nice. Kick just connecting. Mixing her shots up more.
Next is three-minute rounds of Atomweight Kickboxing, presented to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, training out of Team Forest, representing Japan, Fuyuka. And introducing our opponent, fighting out of the red corner, training out of Super Bowl training camp, holding a fight record of 12 wins and 4 losses. Representing Hong Kong, China, Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo.
Okay, girl. This fight was in contract, okay? You're not crunching, you're not elbow, okay? Good luck.
Referee Pachung Chai, guardian in the ring for this one. Here on One Friday Fights. This is the global platform in search of that next global superstar. Tsz Ching coming out hard with a heavy leg kick, just like she told us she would.
Fuyuka returning with the kick there. Both fighters using their kicking skills early on. Tsz Ching, great front kicks, great middle kicks. It's really her specialty. Kicking off the front foot and the back foot there. Kicking on the guard and following up beautifully. Those are great attacks coming from Tsz Ching, who's got that great training camp out at Superbone training camp.
Fuyuka looking very relaxed in her debut here, very fluid, looking confident. Trying to push forward here on the base. Nice tip, the timing there. Just putting Tsz Ching down to the canvas.
Yeah, beautiful timing. That karate background. The front kick is a little different. It's snappier, like a ball peen hammer to the diaphragm. Very effective. You can use it to create space, but you can also use it to do damage to the body.
You see again, just like you said, Fuyuka really throwing up that front kick, trying to make contact with the ball of a foot. Just taking a slip there. But so far showing good reaction, timing, avoiding the leg kicks of Tsz Ching.
Fuyuka there nicely moving, faking with the right, throwing the left. But I think that Tsz Ching was right about the volume. She's letting her hands go when she throws punches. They're in barrages. It's nice. It's effective. We've seen her throw shots to the body. Fuyuka with the heavy single right hand there. We'd love to see her follow up off those shots. Add the left hook, add the low kick. Fight more in combination.
Oh, that was a nice right kick, just connecting flush on the cheek of Fuyuka. And this is kickboxing rules. So does tend to get the pace gets a little higher in the kickboxing rules because you're not allowed to clinch, you're not allowed to grab the leg when you get kicked. You have no choice but to just really sort of stand and trade in a lot of instances.
Fuyuka also with the height advantage. Very daunting when a taller opponent. Ooh, a nice combination there from Tsz Ching. When a taller opponent just tries to march you down, especially behind a long jab, a right hand, a front kick. But Tsz Ching doing a great job of holding her ground, getting in and out, firing her kicks back, and then utilizing her punching skills. There, a beautifully timed kick off the back foot. That really is her bread and butter, Achilles.
Yeah, Tsz Ching doing a lot of work off that back foot, just like you said, Brian. Fuyuka pushing the pace. Tsz Ching seemed to be successful later on in that first round, really connecting with her counter shots and her counter striking. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the strategies change up in round two.
Yeah, Tsz Ching able there at the end of the round to find her rhythm a lot more, throw in some counters. Beautiful front kick here by Fuyuka. She was just looking to march Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo down. They're landing a nice high kick, though, is Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo. Following up her punches, kicking not just once but twice. It's the volume that she talked about. She said she had more volume than her opponent. That's what she demonstrated in this first round. Gonna be interesting to see how Fuyuka adapts and comes out in the second. She's got a strategy that may pay dividends later on in the fight, but she's gonna need to stick with that pressure and probably pick the volume up even more.
This is the world's largest martial arts platform, and winning convincingly will give these athletes the greatest opportunity. Oh, that was a big right hand landed flush for Fuyuka. As again, she starts to push the pace.
Okay.
And just a warning from the referee to Tsz Ching not to hold the leg as a defense from the kick. Gonna sort of parry it or just move out of the way. That was a good right hand there from Tsz Ching, just to gain some respect back from Fuyuka.
Once again, Tsz Ching doing it again. Letting those hands go in combination. That front kick from Fuyuka goes upstairs, way upstairs to the head of Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo.
Oh, it really snapped the head back of Tsz Ching. Oh, she moves forward with a flurry of boxing combinations here. Fuyuka having to angle off and try to counter-strike now herself. As her leg kick gets checked from Tsz Ching. Starting to see a little bit more now of Tsz Ching. Starting to push the pace, trying to get Fuyuka now on the back foot. But that has been hard to do because Fuyuka's style is, like you said, Maya, she's pushing the pace. She's constantly looking for that front kick, which she throws up with almost zero telegraphing.
Fuyuka holding her ground, looking to fire back, but just getting outworked again. It's just the volume, the combinations of Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo, very effective. Not just with her kicks, not just one weapon, but flowing them together nicely. Always trying to be the last one to fire a shot.
Front kick is proving difficult to deal with from Tsz Ching. Fuyuka is so confident in throwing that. How do you deal with a front kick like that, Brian?
Like you said, Achilles, you need to parry it, move out of the way. Sometimes you can eat it on the guard and fire right back. But it's those hands, it's that volume again. It's all the experience. Tsz Ching being able to train with such high-level kickboxing stylists. So much information just being imparted to her on a daily basis. And you can see here all the lessons that she's learned applying in the ring so well. Fuyuka, a ton of power, the right hand landing, but she's not following up, not throwing a combination. Tsz Ching kind of breaking away with the volume of her combinations.
Fuyuka landed flush. The left hand just now, but again the volume of Tsz Ching. Fuyuka landing one shot, Tsz Ching landing three. Oh, big right hand over the top. Again connecting for Tsz Ching. She starts to push the pace here in the second round.
That's right, it's not just the durability of Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo, but it is also that work rate. She throws the strikes, she can take a good punch, and she doesn't just give one, she gives multiple shots. Fuyuka looked like in that second round, even more uncomfortable, caught on her back foot a little bit more. She had some nice front kicks, landed some nice single shots, but it's the outstanding volume, this combination punching coming from Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo. Here, beautiful left hand landing. Everything she threw with a lot of power, eating the front kick that went upstairs, but still finding an opportunity to fire back. We saw some beautiful single shots from Fuyuka, but in this third round, she really needs to put her punches and bunches, needs to land something strong, and those combinations can create openings for big shots.
Gotta push the pace here. These athletes are competing for a ticket to the big leagues in the world's largest martial arts organization in one. They need to show dominance. They need to go for the finish. They need to impress the fans here in Lumpinee Stadium, and Tsz Ching comes out blitzing with a boxing combination, but looks like she's going to get warned for holding the leg.
At some point, it becomes a natural reaction, especially if you're fighting both rule sets. But in the kickboxing rule set, you cannot touch the kick. There, Fuyuka landing a nice right hand, mixing her shots up more. Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo continuing, though, to pressure, to use combinations, display not just that toughness, but that work rate as well.
Definitely got the advantage, like you said, Brian, with the work rate, with the volume. Tsz Ching really trying to just throw so much volume, but Fuyuka is landing, Brian, and she's landing flush. She may not be following up, but there was a big left hand there from Fuyuka. Landing flush, and also her weapons, they look heavy, Brian. They look like they're doing damage.
They are heavy shots, no doubt. Big right hand, that front kick. Here looking for the low kick. It's those tight, short combinations in the pocket that Tsz Ching uses so effectively. Here again, looking for the right hand, following the left with a big front kick from Fuyuka, snapping the head back of Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo.
And again, as they meet in the middle, Fuyuka now just throwing up lethal kicks. Again, the volume from Tsz Ching as she tries to go for the finish with the boxing combinations. Fuyuka starting to get a read on that now, Brian, would you say?
I would say so, Achilles. More and more turning up the pressure. She's got a lot of power there on the inside, transitioning to a beautiful knee. Those front kicks, stabbing down the middle, create opportunities. We saw a counter kick there again from Tsz Ching. So fast, but she was definitely caught off guard by that front kick to the face.
Yeah, Fuyuka really turning up the pressure and the pace here in the third round. After a change in strategy in round two, starting to understand the timing now of Tsz Ching. But all fight long, having to deal with the volume of Tsz Ching there. She lands some nice combinations there. She is going to have to push the pace as well, as this is the third and final round, and you do not want to leave this in the hands of the judges. This is a very close fight, by the way, Brian.
Absolutely, no, you do not. Both these fighters still grinding till the very end. Fuyuka looking to cut off the ring, create opportunities for her right hand. But Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo just firing back with kicks. Fuyuka with another kick of her own. 15 seconds to go in this third and final round. Both fighters looking for opportunities to finish this thing.
Fuyuka really excelling in this third round, showing a variety of attacks as Tsz Ching goes for the finish right at the end. As the final bell goes, it could go either way, but either way, it was an amazing performance from both athletes. Razor close. Are you gonna go with the volume, the combinations of Tsz Ching, or are you gonna go for the accuracy and the damage from Fuyuka?
Fuyuka, they're adapting nicely in the third round, finding the home for the right hand much more often. The front kick, she picked up her volume. Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo, though, continuing to land right hands, continuing to use combination punching. Fuyuka, though, a much stronger third round, making things very interesting here for the judges. Fuyuka, like you said, seeming to have the power advantage, sitting down on her strikes a little bit more. Let's toss this off to Nara now for the official decision.
This match was presented to you by Monster Energy. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have called this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo!
Tsz Ching Phoebe Lo picking up the big win against the very tough debutant Fuyuka, utilizing her speed, her durability, her work rate, beautiful combinations with her hands.